With this video, I'd like to help you work through lesson 10 of the beginner level 3 of the Piano Skills Foundation. We're not doing too much exciting, except it's going to be fun to play a few things in minor keys today, as well as working on your Minuet in F. So good luck with this, have fun, and always remember to practice with a good attitude. Okay, so as usual, the first thing on our list is our scales, arpeggios, cadence, and burlesque. I'm going to go ahead and play it in all 6 keys. I'm not going to go quite as fast as I have been doing in the last couple lessons, because I just want you to see that within a year or so, I think you should be able to work your way up to 160 playing quarter notes. The last couple lessons I've been playing through them at 160 playing eighth notes, which is twice that fast. But you can work towards playing it like this. And when you practice them, you're not going to be quite up to that speed yet, but you should be doing maybe 3 keys per day, E, A, and D one day, and then G, C, F the next. Now, if that takes too long, just do 2 per day, but start trying to rotate through them. And here's what it would sound like if you could do them at 160 with quarter notes. The key of E. Now here it is in the key of A. I hit the note. I hit the wrong note on top. Sorry about that. Some people need to concentrate. Okay, now the key of D. Sorry. You could do those 3 keys one day, and then the next 3 keys the next day. The key of G. The key of C. I think I'm going to double the speed on just the arpeggios to save a little time. But we'll still go the same speed on the scale. And then the last key, key of F. All right, so that was the whole sakba in all 6 keys. Like I said, if you just do 3 per day, you'll probably be able to get through them in a reasonable amount of time, probably about 10 minutes. I sort of timed that. That took me almost 10 minutes, and I was probably going twice as fast as you would be going, but I did 6 keys. So it's up to you. Enjoy doing your exercises, and move on to the Greensleeves. All right, so the next thing is Greensleeves, and I'll go ahead and play it nice and slow in A minor, D minor, E minor, for those of you who are still doing the tunes. If you're doing it, of course, break it down right hand, left hand, both, one phrase at a time. This one's got some tricky fingerings in it. Let me see if I can get them right for you. I'm doing the hands instead of 1 octave apart as usual. I'm doing it two octaves apart because I think it sounds neat, and it avoids some of the twisting that we have to do otherwise. Okay, that was the key of A minor. Here's the key of D minor. Oh, sorry, I noticed, just so you know, I'm going to put the hands closer together on this one. In the key of A minor, it worked nicely. This works well for the key of D minor, and I think it sounds better. Sorry about that. And that was the key of D minor. I'm gonna actually put the music to make sure I get the right fingerings for you here. So here's the key of E minor. So that was Greensleeves in the key of A minor, D minor, and E minor. Good luck with that. So on your reading exercise this week, I'm going to start with an E minor scramble. There's one thing that I goofed on when I was writing the fingering on this. I want you to add this on your own. Since I've already published this, I can't really fix it right now. But you can do this on the last measure. I want you to just write a number 5 of the right hand's last note. You're going to need to know that. So number 5 on the last note of the first line. Okay? So I'm going to sort of do this half speed at first. We're going to work through every line, right hand, left hand, both as usual. And then I'll show you at the top speed of 208 what it sounds like, what we're hoping to get you to by the end of the practice week. So here we go with the first line, right hand by itself, starting at the beginning, our pickup note. This is beat 3, so we're going to say 3, 1, 2. Good staccatos, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Fifth finger, 3, 1. And that was it. That was the whole first line with the right hand. Play that till you're good at it. Left hand is kind of doing the chords you kind of are familiar with. We haven't done E minor, but we've done E major. So E minor looks like this. And there's the one chord, and then the four chord, back to the one. And I'll count it once. Ready? 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, and then I'm going to put those two together, right hand and left hand. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the second line the same way. We're going to start. I want to start back here with a pickup note to the previous line, right hand by itself. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And that's what the right hand does on that line. The left hand does the one chord, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then the 5 chord, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, now I sort of overlapped a little bit there. Now we're going to do both hands. Once you get good at each hand separately, try putting them together. I'm going to do that now. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. And of course, once you get your third perfect one, you'll go put those two lines together. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the right hand by itself. The right hand does the chords this time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then the 5 chord, 1. Okay, that's the right hand. The left hand, we're going to start with a pickup note from the previous line. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Hopefully you're noticing that the notes that the left hand's playing are the same notes that the right hand's playing in his chords. Anyway, both hands now, once you get good at each hand separately, it goes like this. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, and then after you get your third perfect, go ahead and do all 3 lines. And then the fourth line goes like this. The right hand, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, off. And we're going to do the left hand by itself. I'm going to start with a pickup note right here. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, off. And hopefully you notice your thumb got to play 2 notes in a row, and I do not think you need to look at your hand. You can feel that. So keeping your eyes on the music. Now let's do both hands. Where the left hand does the pickup. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, off. All right? So now I have sort of a feeling I should go through the whole thing at a nice slow 104 and then show it to you again what it'll be like after you've practiced it for several days. So here's the speed we were just going, the whole piece. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Sorry, I goofed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, off. Ha! I played 2 chords on this one, and I do not know why. I wasn't really concentrating, I guess. But anyway, you'll know what it's going to sound like. I'm going to play it up at a double speed, 208. Here's what you're hopefully going to be able to do at the end of the week. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so there it is. Hopefully you'll enjoy working on that one. If you do not get it up to 208, don't worry. Just try to work through it and get it starting at 104 and play it as quickly, as smoothly as you can without stops, with your eyes on the music and counting out loud. And that'll be a good reading exercise for you. Right. Thanks. So your second reading piece this week is also in a minor key. We're going to do D minor. As I said, we have not really talked about these keys, E minor and D minor, A minor. But I'm doing lots of minor keys to show you they sound and feel a little different, but you don't need to be afraid of them, even if we don't know the scales yet. Anyway, we're going to do a D minor dance, and I'm going to start it nice and slow. I give you a tempo from 66 to 96, and I think we might even want to go a little bit slower, Let me put it at like 58 to start with, so you can, because there's a bunch of eighth notes here. I'm going to start with your fifth finger on this. You'll notice there's only 2 beats per measure, so your fifth finger on A, and I'm going to count 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and, okay? And then hopefully you notice the slurs and the staccatos. That's the articulation where we go smooth, short, smooth, short. Play your right hand till it's good. And then the left hand is just doing the 1 chord, 1 and 2 and 5, 7 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Once you get good at that, then both hands. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 1. Okay, and then that is the first line. Do that till you get 3 perfect. Now we're going to do the right hand. I like to do the pickup notes, so we're going to start back these 2 notes from the previous line. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and then B flat 1. So we're going to go to the B flat there. Play that right hand till you're good at it. Then the left hand has the 1 chord, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and then that's the 4 chord. There's a B flat on top of that one. Now I'm going to put the hands together on that. Here we go, the second line. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Okay, so after you get your 3 perfects, put those 2 lines together. Now I'm going to just go ahead and do the third line. Right hand starts on B flat. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Then the left hand is doing 4 chords and 1 chord like this. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Okay, now we're going to put those hands together on the third line. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. And once you get your third perfect, put all 3 lines together. I'm just going to move on to the bottom line. Right hands by itself. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and off. Very similar to the second line. Left hand 4 chord. 1 and 2. Back to the 1 chord and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and off. So hopefully you notice there was one that did not have a staccato here and another one here. I'm going to put those together. You'll practice hands separately. Your eyes are still glued to the music and you're counting. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and off. Once you get your 3 perfects there, the whole page, I'm going to go ahead and do it at this slow speed and then I'll show you the double speed. All right, so here's the slow speed we were just practicing at. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 1 and 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 2 and off. And that was D minor dance at 58. Now I'm going to play it again at the fastest speed that I have you on this week, which is 96. If you don't make it that fast, don't worry. I just realized there's one other thing missing from this that I goofed on when I wrote it out, and that is that there's a staccato missing from right here. So if you want to add the staccato at measure 5, 6, 7 in the left-hand part, that little 5, 7 chord needs a staccato. Anyway, can add that on your own. Now I'm going to jump up to 96 and show you what it sounds like at a kind of a fast speed. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and off. All right, so if you don't get quite that fast, don't worry. Just be able to play it through with your eyes on the music. If you practice it the way we just did, you shouldn't have too much trouble. Good luck with it. All right, so now for the piece that we're memorizing, we're going to be on the fourth line today of Minuet in F, the fourth, oops, wrong one, this one. And I've already marked them up for you. We had already marked up the first 3 lines because that's what we did in the previous lesson. So we're going to start down here, the fourth line, and then on the second page I've marked those up as well. So let's start with the fourth line of the first page. Right hand, third finger's on B flat. We're going to go 1 and 2 and switch fingers. 1 and 2, 3, 1. And we'll stop right on that G. Practice that till you have the right hand memorized. Then the left hand has a 5th finger on the E. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2. And then move your second finger up to B flat. And I don't think that should be too hard for you to memorize. Once you get it, put the hands together and try to get 3 perfect by memory. I'll just do 1. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1. And after you get your 3 perfect there, right hand by itself on the next part. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you jump to the first note of the next page, which is an F. Okay, do that till you have it memorized. Then the the left hand starts with a B flat right here. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you jump to your third finger on A. Okay, now I'm going to put those 2 together. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then is the first note of the next page. So now, after you've practiced 3 perfect there, put those together with a stop. It goes like this. Third finger, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Stop. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And then, of course, after you've done it once with the stop, do 3 perfects without the stop. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, after you got your 3 perfects there, you're ready to move on. Of course, if you wanted to add it to what you already know, that'd be fine, but we haven't practiced that today. So I'm on to the 5th line, which is on the second page, the first line of the second page. Right hand's here, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, stop. That's the right hand for 2 measures. Left hand's pretty simple. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1. So that should take you not much time to memorize. And then put them together. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1. And then, of course, after you've done your 3 perfect there, move to the next part, right hand. Now this has what we call a fermata. That little bird's eye looking thing means you get to hold it for a little while. It's a little bit of a pause. I'll show you. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so that little pause. Now the left hand, after you've memorized the right hand, do the left hand the same way. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Jump to your third finger, 1. Okay, and once you have that left hand memorized, both hands. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the first note, 1. Okay, now after you've done 3 perfect there, the whole line with a stop in the middle, like this. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then jump 1. Okay, and of course, after you've done your 3 perfect with a stop, or sorry, only 1 or 2 with a stop, then try to do the whole line with no stop. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then jump 1. Okay. Now, after you've done your 3 perfect without the stop, then you can put it together with the line from the other page that we've done. Okay, but I'm not going to do that yet. Let's go ahead and do the final line, which is very similar to the very first line of the piece. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, stop. Okay, so this, you know, it is exactly the same as the first line of the piece, not just similar, except for a couple notes missing. So you still have to practice it, though. You know, you'll really find it pretty easy. Right hand is memorized already. Left hand, third finger here, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1. You've done that before. Now putting the hands together, not too tough. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, stop. Okay, after you do your three perfects there, do the right hand on the end. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the left hand. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So memorize that and then put them together till you get three perfects. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And of course, after three perfects by memory there, then you get to go ahead and do the whole line with a stop in the middle like this. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1. And then from there, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now, I'm going to do that whole line with no stop. Three perfect for you, one time for me. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then, after you've done your three perfect, put all the lines together you've worked on today. So I'm going to just start right here and play all the way through the three lines that we've worked on today. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that is the second half of Minuet in F. So, have fun with that, and next time we'll go back and practice the first half and start using the metronome. Good luck with that.